All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. KB's channel of stuff back at it again, this time with Game 6 of the ALCS. That's right, the Mariners at the Blue Jays. Mariners have a 3-2 lead, and they're playing tonight in Toronto. As of this recording, about 2.5 hours from now. But we're going to simulate that game with the dice before it happens to see if the Mariners go to the World Series in the 6th game, or if it's going to go to 7, or if the Blue Jays go to the World Series. So who knows? Well, we're about to find out. There's our official Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and right over here next door, yep, that's right, that's our official dice rolling app. If you want to know how we simulate dice baseball, just ask me in the comments. I will be more than happy to explain the whole process. But let's go ahead and pan the camera right back over here. Well, bam! There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, so here we go. Top of the first. Mariners bat first. They're the road team. All right, they roll a 4. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 1, so they're guaranteed at least 1 run. Second number is a 2, so there's their first run. There's a 5, so there's 2 runs. Another 5, that's 3 runs. And a 3, the inning is over. Unbelievable. Going into the bottom of the first, the Mariners are already up 3-0. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the first, Blue Jays up to bat. They roll 4. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 2, so they need 2 or higher. There's a 6, so there's their first run. And a 5, so the inning is over. All right, going to the top of the second. The Mariners are up 3-1. Top of the second we go. Mariners up to bat. They roll a 3, so they do not score. All right, bottom of the second we go. The Mariners still have a 3-1 lead. All right, bottom of the second, Blue Jays up to bat. They roll a 2, so they will not score. Top of the third we go. Mariners still up 3-1. Top of the third, Mariners back up to bat. They roll a 3, so they will not score. All right, going into the bottom of the third, Blue Jays still trail 3-1. All right, here we go. Bottom of the third, Blue Jays up to bat. They roll a 2, so they will not score. All right, going to the top of the fourth. Both teams started off hot in the first inning, but have gone cold since. All right, top of the fourth, Mariners back up to bat. They roll a 5. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 4, so they need 4 or higher. And they get a 3, so they do not. Bottom of the fourth we go. Mariners still up 3-1. All right, bottom of the fourth, Blue Jays up to bat. They roll a 5. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 4. They need 4 or higher. There's another 4. That's their first run. There's a 5. That's 2 runs. And a 3, so the inning is over. All right, the Blue Jays strike with 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth. So going to the top of the fifth, we are deadlocked at 3. All right, there we go. Mariners back up to bat. They roll a 3, so they will not score. All right, going to the bottom of the fifth, we are still tied at 3. All right, bottom of the fifth we go. Blue Jays up to bat. They roll a 5. That's a chance to score. Their starting number is a 2. They need 2 or higher. There's a 3. That's their first run. A 5. That's 2 runs. And a 2. The inning is over. All right, the Blue Jays strike for 2 more runs in the bottom of the fifth, and all of a sudden, they take a 5-3 lead. All right, top of the sixth we go. Mariners up to bat. Can they respond? They will not. All right, going to the bottom of the sixth. Blue Jays still up 5-3. All right, bottom of the sixth we go. Blue Jays up to bat. They roll a 6. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 6, so the only way they can score is with another 6. And they don't. All right, top of the seventh we go. The Mariners Need to get something going. Otherwise, we are going to a Game 7. All right, top of the 7th, Mariners up to bat. They roll a 5. That's a chance to score. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 6. They can only score with a 6, and they do not. Bottom of the 7th, we go. 7th inning stretch time. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th, Bluejays back up to bat again. They roll a 5. Let's see what their starting number is. It's a 4. They need 4 or higher to score. And they roll a 6. That's 1 run. And a 2, so the inning is over. All right, the Blue Jays added another run, so we go to the top of the 8th with the Blue Jays up 6-3. Here we go, top of the 8th. Mariners back up to bat, but running out of time. They roll a 1, so they will not score. All right, bottom of the 8th we go. The Blue Jays still hold on to a 6-3 lead. All right, Blue Jays up 6-3, going to the bottom of the 8th, and they are up to bat. They roll a 5. That's a chance to score. What is their starting number? It's a 4. They need 4 or higher, and that's another 4. That's their first run, and a 5. That's 2 runs, and a 3. The inning is over. Well, this sure escalated in a hurry. The Mariners jumped out to a 3-0 lead after the top of the first, but they have gone stone cold since. They have their work cut out for them in the top of the 9th. Here we go, top of the 9th inning. Mariners need at least 5 to keep this game going, and they roll a 3, so that will not happen. All right, there we have it, folks. The Mariners score 3 in the top of the first, and then they go cold the rest of the game. The Blue Jays come back and break it open, and they win 8-3, tying this series up. But I want to thank everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much.